Every dating coach on the internet is telling you the same thing. Post photos of yourself with women on your Instagram. Show pre-selection. Make her think other women want you. And you've been listening to them, probably, and it's not working. Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why that is. And I really want you to hear this. The guy who actually built the ultimate pre-selection fantasy, Hugh Hefner, died fragile, lonely, in his own words, incapable of real intimacy. His own butler said he even barely participated in what you think is going on there. He mostly just watched. His girlfriends were cheating on him. And when he found out, he would have them kicked out and banned from working for the entire company because he was so insecure and jealous, even though obviously he wasn't exclusive either.
Every week we had to go and ask Hef for our allowance.
You would have to go to Hef's bedroom, Friday morning.
We usually like to go at least in twos. Zoe and I would usually go together.
Sit on his bed and say, "Hi, honey, I'm here for my allowance," which was $1,000 a week. The wardrobe allowance was $2,000 for any events or any parties that were being held at the mansion.
His last wife described their intimacy as old and robotic, the same routine every single time, going through the motions. The man that built the Playboy mansion surrounded himself with women his entire life, and then in 1992 told the New York Times, "I've spent so much of my life looking for love in all the wrong places." The wrong places, meaning the Playboy mansion, meaning the revolving door of women, meaning everything he built his entire identity around. That was the wrong place. And he also said, loneliness doesn't have much to do with where you are. He was surrounded by women 24/7 and still said that. Even Dan Bilzerian, who's trying to copy Hugh Hefner, said the same thing. Let that sink in.
Yeah, I've actually done monogamy, and I think it's, surprising as it is, like hearing it from me, I think it's a more natural state.
That's the fantasy you're trying to recreate on Instagram if you're listening to those other dating coaches and you don't even know it. Girls said that the Playboy mansion was essentially a hostel. And also, if you're 18 to 25 years old, just click out of this video right now. Go do whatever you want, right? Your brain isn't developed yet. Usually around 25, 26 is when it actually is fully developed for a man. You think you have unlimited time, probably Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. You want to go to the bar and do your thing and, run around and be out and social because you feel like you might be missing out on, the cool kids if you're not at the bar every Saturday night, just getting drunk and no girls are there. At least like I was here, right? This video is not for that age range at all, right? You're going to be even more confused watching this video. But if you're 30 plus years old and you have a job, you make some good money, you value your time, this is for you. Because what I'm about to show you is going to change the entire way you see your Instagram strategy. Let's get into it. Let me be clear about something before I get into this. Mate choice copying is a subset of social proof. Social proof is absolutely real. If you've read Influence by Robert Cialdini as well, he goes pretty deep on it. This is evolutionary biology, peer-reviewed science. It's called mate choice copying, and it's been confirmed in multiple studies, including a 2018 paper published in the journal Nature. Here's what it means. Women are wired at a biological level to find men more attractive when other women have chosen them. Why? Because for hundreds of thousands of years, even longer, millions, in small tribal environments, if other females were selecting a male, he had good genetics, good resources, and good protection. Her brain learned to use other women's choices as a shortcut. I don't have to go find out myself. It's like cheating off the smart kids' answers on a test, right, in school. It's like, oh, I know he's smart. I know he filled this out properly. So I'll just copy him, right? Essentially, that's what mate choice copying is. Girls don't want to have to do the investigation and find out and then vet this man through time and observations and him potentially lying to you over months, if not years, to find out if he's a good man. She'll look at the girl around him to be like, oh, if she chose him, then I should choose him. It's just a shortcut. Your brain is just trying to find shortcuts all the time. Reward bias, liking, authority biases, ton of them, right? This is one of them, mate choice copying. So this is real. There's no debate. It works. But this is where every dating coach on the internet gets it completely wrong. Her mammalian brain evolved for a very specific environment, and that environment was in person, real time, face to face. It was not designed for a smartphone. As far as the duration of how old your brain is in humans, Homo sapiens, mammalian brain, about 150 to 200 million years old. Prefrontal cortex is about 2 to 3 million years old. So this is brand new. The Broca's area, which handles speech production and language processing, is about 100,000 years old. So as far as the timeline of how old the brain is, mammalian brain, right? Hundreds of millions of years old. Prefrontal cortex, 2 million years old. And then the language part of the brain, brand new, 100,000 years old, maybe even sooner. Instagram came out about 15 years ago. So her brain is still catching up. So right now, everybody's is, but especially her brain, mate choice copying, wasn't designed for a 4x5 image on her phone. It was designed for in person, face to face, right? Tribal, in a group. So her hardware hasn't really caught up yet. And when you try to trigger a biological mechanism in the wrong environment, it doesn't just fail, it backfires. So here's the difference, and this is pretty important. In person, at a club, at a party, a social circle, an event, a gathering, church, her mammalian brain is online. It's primitive. It's in person. It's in the moment. It's immediate. Let's just say you're out with a group of girls for some reason, and she's out too, in the same area, in person. You're under the cloak of plausible deniability. Who are they? Her brain doesn't know that. It could be friends, coworkers, it could be a work meeting, could be your sister, your cousins, could be a girl you just met. She has no clue. It's completely vague. It's ambiguous. And that ambiguity is the entire point. Her brain fills in the gaps in your favor. Other women around this man, something about him is worth being around. That's preselection. That's mate choice copying, working exactly as designed. Now let's talk about what happens on Instagram at 11 p.m. when she's scrolling in her bed. By the way, 75% of women check a man's social media before the first date. It's documented. And women spend significantly more time evaluating men's profiles than men spend evaluating women's profile. What are you evaluating? If she's pretty? Is she attractive? Is she not overweight? That takes like 5 seconds, right? She has to go through your entire life, all of your photos, all of your highlights, your profile, your bio, all of your comments, your likes, who's liking your photos, go to your following. Who are you following? Are you following OnlyFans girls? Are you following porn stars? Do you think she's going to want to date you if you're following fucking porn stars and OnlyFans girls? Of course not. She will not respond to you, and then you'll have no idea why. She's going to be thorough. She's reading every single thing. Her prefrontal cortex is fully online in that moment. She is consciously processing everything she sees, one photo at a time. There is zero ambiguity on a feed post. A photo with a girl on your feed means one thing in a girl's mind. It means that girl is in your life, and she is special. She is probably your girlfriend. She's probably a girl you're sleeping with. You're not posting photos of you and a girl on your feed unless it's special, significant. No one is. You don't post random girls you don't know on your feed, hopefully. We'll get into that in a second, actually. But you shouldn't be posting random photos of girls you don't know on your feed. That usually isn't the case unless it's a really weird type of photo we'll get into in a second. Think about it from the woman's perspective. Would a woman ever post a guy in her feed unless she's dating him or wanted to date him? No. Girls do not post men on their feeds unless they want to date him or they already are dating him. She knows that. That's the operating system she's scanning and the lens she has when she's looking at your profile. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to explain and justify and no, it's not like that because this is actually, she doesn't care. She already made her decision. You don't get to change her thought process. So when a girl sees your feed, she's running you through the exact same frame. That girl is in his life. She already has the spot that I'm competing for. I have zero investment in this man. I'm already not feeling special. I don't care. I'm out. You know how many other men there are that don't have a girl that are literally in the spot she wants to be in? Millions. That's not preselection. That's disqualification. She's not thinking, wow, other women want him. I want him too. On your Instagram feed post at 11:30 p.m. while she's scrolling, doom scrolling. She's thinking, there's already a girl in his life. I'm not going to compete with somebody who already exists in the spot I want to be in. I don't feel special at all. I don't have anything invested in this man. I already wasn't sure. I already didn't know how I felt about him. This is proof from the universe, from God, whoever, that I am not going to invest anymore. She hasn't even said yes to a date, let alone gone on a date with you, let alone slept with you. She has no clue if she likes you, and you just confirmed and completely disqualified yourself. Why would she start a competition she already lost? She closes her phone and moves on to the next guy who doesn't have girls on his feed posts. She didn't reject you. Your Instagram did it before she even gave you a real chance. This is the part that no one says out loud. Just one example, right? If you've actually dated multiple women before, right? Because here's the thing, like a guy who's posting photos like this, do you think he's actually dated a girl before? Like, I don't even know if he's had a girlfriend before, if he posts photos like this before. Because I'm like, dude, aren't you embarrassed? Are you older than the age of 21 years old? Like maybe a 17-year-old, 18-year-old boy who like hasn't even gone to college yet would be like, oh, that's what I want to do. Because you've had zero female attention in high school. No woman has even looked at you, let alone asked, like said yes to a date. You barely have a car. And like, you're like, this is my fantasy. And you have like everyone who didn't have it, Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition posters. Are we still in middle school? Like, what are we doing, man? This is mind blowing. If you've ever dated one girl at a time, well, let's just say you're like seeing each other. You're not like actually exclusive. There's no immorality with infidelity, blah, 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 all that nonsense. You're just casually seeing a girl, no exclusivity talk yet, right? She potentially could be seeing another man. It's that weird attraction phase, whatever the fuck, right? Let's just say you're seeing one girl though, and you want to see another girl. Are you gonna post a photo on your feed of this girl so this girl sees it? Is that what you're gonna do? Really? You think that's gonna work? You think both of them are gonna be like, oh my God, that's my competition. I have to try harder for Jimmy's attention. You think that's what's gonna happen? Well, clearly you've never done that before, because guess what happens when you post this girl on your feed and this girl sees it? What do you think happens? Oh, nothing. She just ignores it, doesn't say anything. No. If she's secure or anxious or disorganized, she's going to blow your fucking phone up. Who is this girl? What are you doing? Are you dating her? Is this your girlfriend? Who is this girl? Or she's going to block you and not talk to you ever again. Right? Any girl with any self-respect, other than avoidant attachment style girl who's like happy you don't want to pair bond with her because her oxytocin receptors are ruined for life. Other than an avoidant attachment style girl, any other girl ever is going to be furious, hurt, embarrassed, ashamed of you, her pride, ego, everything just hurt. And she's not going to respond to you. Or she's going to blow your phone up and then yell at you and get into an argument, and you're going to have to like defend yourself out of it. And then you're fucked. You're screwed. She doesn't talk to you again. How'd that go? I just know any guy that posts any photos like this on his IG, I'm just like, I know, like, I don't even think you've had a girlfriend before, let alone actually are seeing any girls. Like, there's just proof you're not seeing any of these girls, and you're proof you don't have any girls you're seeing. Because if you did, any girl ever would not be okay with other females on your Instagram page. I don't care if you're exclusive or you've been dating for 2 years or you barely know her. She's not going to be okay with that. Like, she might not be like, I'm ending it now, but she's going to bring it the fuck up. And if you don't have a good answer and or get rid of it, she's leaving. Any self-respecting girl on the planet is leaving. Now, if you want avoidant attachment style girls that are all Geminis, Libras, and Aries that look like this, if you want those kind of girls, sure, do whatever you want. This girl is going to the club every single night. The one night, there might be a little attention on you from her. The next night after, let's just say you sleep together. The next night, she's back at the club looking for another man. Is that what you want as a 30-year-old man, 35-year-old man, 45-year-old man? Is that what you want? They're sleeping with one girl and the next day she's back at the club in the same dress looking for another man? Holy fuck. Like, what grade are we in? Are we in middle school? Are we in the middle school, like, locker room in PE class? Like, what are we talking about, dude? And if you were seeing girls and you were trying to keep it, I don't know, discreet to see multiple at the same time, you wouldn't say shit. You wouldn't post anything. You would barely post at all. That's what you would do. I'm not saying don't post, but I'm saying you would never post a girl on your feed, let alone anywhere else. Like, there's so many other attraction triggers, and this one doesn't work on Instagram, by the way, on your feed at all. Does not work here. 0% works here. Like, because men can't, like, the dissonance is so confusing because, like, I've seen Hugh Hefner and Dan Bilzerian do it, so I must do it. But I've never had a girlfriend before, but I want to be Hugh Hefner, but I don't even know who Hugh Hefner is because was born in 2000. So if you were actually dating multiple girls and you knew how to do it, which we, in our program, we teach guys how to do that. If you want to, I mean, the majority of our guys in a program, like, want a wife, want a long-term relationship. Like, you should too. You know what's really fun? A long-term relationship with a girl who loves you, and you do threesomes sometimes. That's fun. That's really fun. Because, like, the best of both worlds, right? Obviously, if she's okay with it, she has the executive decision. We go over the whole dynamic and the framework there, but that's really fun. So you don't want to post a photo with you with girls like this. It's like, I'm never around girls. I finally was for the first time in my entire life. I have to document it and show you. Here's proof I was near a girl once. And women can feel this. They're very intuitive. Even if they can't, and they probably won't ever be able to articulate it unless they watch this video, what they're going to say is, why is he trying so hard to show me this? And then they're going to zoom in and go, oh, you probably don't know any of these girls. She's not even following you. You tagged her and she's not even following you back. Like, how cringe can we get here? That's the actual thought. If you're standing next to some random attractive girl with no clear reason, no context, no caption, nothing that makes any sense, that doesn't make you look like you're trying to sleep with her, dude, why would any girl on the planet find that attractive? That doesn't work like that. You're like, oh, I heard Preselection, I'll post photo with girl. I did as much as I could. My brain power is low. Or worse, which I haven't really directly talked about yet. You're at a random event and, like, a blazer you bought from, like, a Men's Warehouse for $90 and it isn't tailored. And then there's a bunch of girls buy a step and repeat and you, like, jump the rope and, like, have your buddy take a photo of you with some random girls you've never met before. And, like, they don't even know each other either. Like, who do you think you're fooling? Do you think you're fooling anybody other than yourself? Like, do you think you're clever? like, dude, are we on punked? Of like, you think you're fooling us? Like, what's the joke here? I don't understand. Girls are 100 times smarter than you and more intuitive. And you think you're fooling her with a photo like that? Oh yeah, I know them. Yeah, I came with them. I live in a different state than this event. But yeah, no, I know them. Do you like me, girl, on my feed? No, she doesn't. You look like a fan. You look like a groupie. You look like the guy who got lucky, ended up with a photo with some girls at an event that they got paid to be here. And you immediately posted it and you made it seem like you know them. No, you don't. You don't know them. They're not following you back on Instagram. You'll never see them again. You don't know them. You don't look like a man who's actually in demand. So let's go a deep dive into this. You know the photo I'm talking about. Some guy at a rooftop event or a Comic-Con or just a random photo shoot, like a random house party photo shoot. 10 girls around him and he doesn't know any of them. He met them 15 minutes ago. He will never see them again. None of them gave him their number. They barely gave him their Instagram and they're not going to follow him back, right? And he posted it immediately on his feed. Hey, I was near girls once. Here's proof. Do you like me now? That's the Hugh Hefner fantasy playing out on a 4x5 photo on an iPhone screen. And it's the most low status thing you could possibly do. And let's talk about Hugh for a second. I know we mentioned earlier, which is, I don't think any guy knows he's trying to copy Hugh Hefner, but you are. That's like the OG, like the pinnacle, the epitome. Dan is trying to copy Hugh. Everybody else trying to copy Hugh Hefner. Obviously, I think he passed away right a little while ago. Because let's cover Hugh because this is important. The man who built the Playboy mansion. He was literally surrounded by women every day of his single adult life and not like the OnlyFans. Right? They're just complete daddy issues OnlyFans girls. Like OnlyFans didn't exist yet back in the Playboy days. They weren't on Seek an Arrangement and OnlyFans. Obviously, they were probably a lot of avoidant attachment style girls. They weren't on OnlyFans and like directly exhibitionists trying to get more subs for their OnlyFans. Like they didn't have that kind of income generator yet. So they're there just like for the clout and for, you know, the access to get around Hugh and then photo shoots, all that kind of stuff. So it seems a lot more innocent than OnlyFans, you know, Seek an Arrangement girls nowadays compared to Hugh's mansion back then. But he made it his entire identity, his entire brand to be around these girls all day and have them at the mansion all day. And here's what happened behind the scenes. If you didn't know, if you weren't following along, his butler, the man who saw everything, every single thing that you would never know about, never see. He said that most of the time, Hugh Hefner didn't even participate in anything that was going on at the actual mansion. And I'm not going to say because I'm trying to be PG for YouTube here. He just watched voyeurism. His girlfriends were dating other men behind his back. That's how much they liked him and how much polarity he had. And if he found out, when he found out, he would immediately have them removed and banned from working at the company because that's how insecure and jealous he was. Underneath all of it, he was obviously with all these different girls, and if they had another dude at some point outside of the mansion, he would get so jealous and insecure he would ban them. Never allowed to be back at the mansion, obviously, or work for the company.
I moved in and then I realized, like, I don't know what the schedule of this place is. Like, I knew they had a curfew. Like, they had to be, yeah, they had to be in at 9 o'clock.
The women used the mansion as a temporary hostel. According to people who were there, none of them had a truly intimate relationship with him ever. And Hefner said it himself. 1992, to the New York Times, I've spent so much of my life looking for love in all of the wrong places. Wrong places? What do you think that means? The mansion, the women around him all day, the whole fantasy. That was the wrong place. And he also said, loneliness doesn't have much to do with where you are. What do we think that means, guys? This man was surrounded by women every single day. Beautiful women. And still felt that. He achieved what every low consciousness man on earth thinks he wants. And he told you the results himself. Fragile, lonely, and incapable of real intimacy. And you're trying to recreate what he did on Instagram with like a step and repeat and some random buddies like backyard with a pool with a photo from a charity event next to girls you don't even know. You think girls are gonna be like, oh my God, he knows all those girls and they're attractive and I want to compete and I really want to try even though I don't know this man. Dude, what are you talking? Have you spoken to a girl ever? Discretion is high status. Don't tell anybody anything about girls you're seeing. What are you doing? Now, I want to talk about what this strategy actually does attract, because it does attract a certain type of girl. There are two types of women. The first type sees a photo of a woman on your profile and something actually does happen for her. She's intrigued, maybe even a little competitive, a little jealous. She engages. This woman is called an avoidant attachment style girl. She is a dopamine chaser. Research on attachment style shows that avoidant women are categorized by emotional distance, mistrust, and chronically low relationship satisfaction. She's in the club every night. She's looking for the next hit of dopamine. She cannot bond with you, not because she doesn't want to, not because she doesn't want a relationship. No, that's not why at all. Because something got broken in her brain a long time ago. Oxytocin, if you haven't seen my videos, I break down kind of the neurotransmitters. Oxytocin is the bonding hormone especially for girls. Early trauma suppresses it. She can sleep next to you in bed after sleeping with you and the next day feels nothing towards you. No bonding chemicals, very little oxytocin, and any bonding she might feel towards you, she's afraid of it, so she runs away. She ghosts you for a week and then blames you. She's not going to go, oh, it's my fault. I have to work on my oxytocin receptors that were down-regulated as a kid because of my daddy issues. No, she's not going to say that. She's going to blame you. It's your fault, not hers. Not the avoidant attachment style girl who has hundreds of thirst traps on her IG and OnlyFans and private jet photos and her staying at the nicest hotels in the world. She just came back from Arm & Yara and Turks and Caicos and she doesn't have a job and she lives in a 1-bedroom with 4 roommates in West Hollywood. It's definitely your fault that she can't bond with you because of her oxytocin down-regulated receptors because of her daddy issues. Definitely your fault as the man who actually kind of liked her, probably. Again, she can sleep with you, feels nothing towards you. Even if there is anything, she runs away. She's afraid of it. She's terrified of feeling even slightly bonded to any man because of her daddy issues that she has not worked on. She can fix this, by the way. Any avoidant girl can fix it. They don't, though. They rarely do. They blame you. These are the girls that say, catch flights, not feelings. He's got to be 6 feet tall. He's got to make 6 figures. He's got to own his own business. Those are the girls that say all that, right? And then they're just perpetually single forever and literally can't pair bond. They literally can't be loyal to you. They have upregulated dopamine receptors in their brain to compensate for equilibrium in their brain. Go do research. I've done all the research. It connected all the dots of the neuroscience and the polarity dynamics and the attachment style, everything. Do not date these girls. I'm going to make a specific video breaking down avoidant attachment style girls. Never date them. These are the girls at the club every night. These are the girls that have OnlyFans. Zero shame. Zero dad either. We feel bad for them for a second. It's like zero dad. Well, it's like, cool. They're also not working on themselves. Like, who doesn't have trauma from a kid? Who hasn't been traumatized? Who couldn't say that they're the victim? Everybody can say they're the victim. Everybody has some trauma, some childhood wiring. Something happened with your mom or dad when you were a kid, and it kind of left a wound, right? You can work on it. You can fix it. They're not. They're not working on it, and they're shaming you and blaming you, and then not pair bonding. And then guess who gets hurt when you liked this girl, you were dating her for a few weeks, and then her avoidant attachment style just flared up, and she ghosted you for a week, and you actually thought there was something there. She did like you. It got a little bit too real, though. Got a little bit too, close. Her oxytocin receptors started to kick on, started to come back online after like a decade of being dormant. And then instead of processing the vulnerability and the fear of being vulnerable, she runs. But that's the kind of girl that this attracts. So if you want to post photos like this, for sure, you want a girl like that who will never be loyal to you. The next night after sleeping with you will be back at the club for more dopamine hits. Again, in the same dress that she met you in the previous day. Sure, post photos like this. That'll be a great life. I'm sure as a 30 to 50-year-old man, that's what you want to do all day, right? Chase down this girl who's back at the club trying to get free drinks again. And she's on to the next guy before you even realized what happened. Is that who you want as your wife, as the mother of your kids? A girl with down-regulated oxytocin receptors? Just so you know, I have a whole video going over this, but like as a kid, she had crazy daddy issues. Either the dad was completely avoidant, like no warmth at all, no reassurance at all, always felt invalidated with her feelings, which, yeah, you feel bad for her, sure. But her brain literally turned off the neurochemical. Her brain literally down-regulated. It says, do not value this neurotransmitter, oxytocin, which is the pair bonding neurotransmitter, and upregulate dopamine. So the brain has some sort of equilibrium. So she literally can't pair bond with you like a normal girl can, and she chases things more. These are the girls that you see in the gym wearing dental floss in spandex that are literally in their butt crack. Those are those girls. Why do you think they're at the gym twice a day? They're not disciplined like a man and stoic and independent, routine and disciplined. That's not why they're there. They're after the male attention. They're taking an hour to get ready just to go to the gym, to work out, to wear spandex on the back extension machine in front of the entire cardio crew doing her back extension machines. Do you think she didn't realize what she was hitting that day when she's doing back extension with her booty on display for 30 men? You think she didn't know she was wearing that? You think she didn't realize she could put a sweatshirt over her butt for that one exercise? Because that girl who's wearing that clothing to do that exercise in front of all the men is also the one on TikTok complaining about it. Complaining about, oh my God, got all these men look at me all day. Is that who you want? Is that who you want to date? The girl you're loyal to and you're investing your time, effort, money, resources, protection, provision, everything is on the back extension machine in front of 30 men that are all staring at her butt with a wedgie as far up as she can get it, by the way. They do that on purpose. Not like, oh, it happens by accident. No, it doesn't. They do it on purpose. They put the wedgie up on purpose.
Everyone else have divided cheeks in their leggings and I don't. I just have unibut and these other girls have like wedgies and it makes no sense. I want like that looks good. And basically what you want to do with either the leggings or the shorts is like scrunch them up as high as you can. Like you pull the sides into like the crack basically and then you pull up again and it pulls through.
And then they complain about it. That same girl will be on TikTok complaining later. Do you want to deal with that all day? That kind of girl. That's called the attraction-centric, dopamine upregulated, unable to pair bond, attraction-centric girl. Usually extroverts and Geminis. If you're 21, sure. You think you got all the time in the world. Sure, go ahead, deal with that. Right? Do whatever you want. That's not who this video is for. If you're above the age of 30, is that what you want? Is that what you want to deal with all day? You just came home from a long day at work, and then your girl had a long day at the gym showing off for all these men, and she's going to complain about it to you. All these men were looking at me today when I was doing my back extensions. And you got to sit there with a straight face and like, what, are you going to feel bad for her? What are you going to say? As a man who's over 30, you want one girl. Like I said earlier, you can do threesomes, sure, all the things, but you want one girl who's attractive and like respects you, right? Shows admiration and trusts you in your masculine leadership. She doesn't disrespect you all day, right? You want a girl who's attractive, loyal, loves you, makes you feel like a man. She's not out there in the club trying to compete with other girls for some dude's attention at a table, right? She's not at the club every night. She makes you feel like everything you've built and everything you are is enough. That's probably what you want. And that woman is a comfort-centric, relationship-minded woman. If she sees any of these women like this on your profile, she's out immediately. She's thinking to herself, I'm not competing with these random girls. And like, look at these girls. Do you think she wants to be that? Do you think that's what she is? This like beautiful church girl, right? Your wife, you have your babies, who's like stunning and like graceful, elegant. That's a girl you actually would want to marry and trust and like be loyal to. And you're putting photos like this on your page and you're like, hey, these are the girls I like and I want to date. And then you're trying to talk to this girl. What do you think's going to happen? Like, did you think about this at all? Who did you listen to that told you to do that? Did you check out their results first? Did you check out their dating life first? Did you go, hey, would I want any of their dating life? Well, let me go find the girl they're dating and then their advice that I think maybe would lead to where they're going. Usually it doesn't ever, but advice I listened to by that random person online. Let me check out what they have for results with females, with women. Are they happy? Are they fulfilled? Are they being embarrassed? Are they being emasculated all day? Are they being disrespected all day? Is that girl like disrespecting and violating boundaries and talking to men, flirting with men all day? Does that girl have an OnlyFans? Check sources. Go do some research. If a dude who's overweight is giving you fitness advice, like, why would you not listen to him, but you would listen to some other random dude who you didn't check the source if they know what the fuck they're talking about? Crazy. The high quality girl who's elegant and attractive and like has self-respect and like a low body count, let's just say you're like black red pill kind of guy, she's not competing with this. She doesn't want to compete. She's like, if this is a competition with this girl's in the arena, I'm out. No, I'm staying very far away from any sort of serious competition with a girl that exists that looks like this. No offense. She just says to herself, this girl right here says, I'm just not competing. I'm not doing this. And you're filtered out. You're disqualified. You're filtered out by the women that you actually want. Also, your male friends are also a problem. Some of you are thinking, okay, well, maybe I'll listen to the girl. I really want to post the girls because on my page, because like everyone in high school said I was like, undateable and no girls looked at me. So like, I really want to post a photo of me with the girls on my page to show my middle school acquaintances that bullied me, that I had no girls, that now I have girls around. And I was at an event once with like 2 girls around me. Do you think I'm cool now? Middle school friend? Some of you are thinking that, which hopefully you're not anymore because you get it now. You got it, right? We just have so many members in our program that like have done that in the past. They listened to some other person that said, hey, do that. Post a bunch of photos of you and the girls. That'll work. That'll attract new girls. They do it and then they get no results. And I'm talking for like 6 months, 12 months, like over a year of doing that and nothing happened.
So I did before Corey's. So I did that almost like 6 months or so. And then I did a lot of events, but it wasn't really like helping my dating life at all. So that's when I joined Corey's thing. And that actually did help.
There's many of them. I'm not going to put every single one. There's many of them that have come to us, our program, after trying to do this and it didn't work. And then they do our method and it's like, oh yeah, that worked immediately. Your method, Corey, works immediately. And this other method with random girls that I don't know and random girls on my page, that didn't work for some reason. Your method does work. Interesting. But some guys, even still think that they should post their like male friends on their Instagram. No, you should not be posting your random buddies from college. You probably don't even like them. They probably make fun of you and insult you, and you like think it's okay. You think that's how like male relationships work, right? Oh, we just insult each other. We're like passive aggressive, like girls would be in like a high school locker room. Like, yeah, that's how a male friendship should be, right? Like that's how business owner male relationships are, is they just like insult each other, passive aggressive jokes all day. Yeah, your male buddies, you should not be posting them. No, the second you post any male friends that probably like have the worst Instagram profile on the planet, they probably have all the selfies we talk about. Selfies, landscape photos, like the worst lifestyle you ever seen in your life. A couple hundred followers, random people that no one cares about, and like probably just some really embarrassing pictures on there that like they think is quirky and they're being like authentic, but like authentically sabotaging all of their results with any female. You're immediately co-signing everything that he does. Immediately when you post a photo of you and your buddy on your page, you co-sign for him. Everything he does is now you're associated with. His captions, his comments, his photos, his behaviors, his entire profile. The girl that is checking you out, that is investigation mode and checking you out to see if she likes you, she'll go to his page. She'll go look at all of his content, all of his photos, anywhere you've commented on his pictures, any tagged photos. She'll go through everything. If she finds things she doesn't like or doesn't approve of, a party, like solo cups, red solo cups, a house party, some degenerate caption, dudes insulting you on comments or wherever, she's judging you. She's judging you. You're not going to win that judgment. If his profile is garbage, you're now associated with that garbage. That garbage is your friend. What if he says something cringe? What if he says something weird, awkward, political, literally anything? That's on you now. And also, what if he's more attractive than you? What if the girl that liked you clicked on that little tag on the photo that you had to post with a buddy to show you have friends because you thought the default is people think you have no friends because no one likes you, no one approves of you? What? Are we a middle school girl who like wants to fit in desperately? I'm part of the cool kids. Please let me sit at your table. Dude, you're like a 34-year-old man and you're afraid of like people thinking you have no friends. Dude, what? What age are we with these problems and issues? But if you post a photo of like another dude on your page, what if the girl that like potentially liked you or was trying to figure out if she liked you, what if she likes him better? What if she finds him more attractive and now she's on his page and she follows him and then all of a sudden she stops responding to you? How do you feel about that? Was that a good idea? You want to post more of your buddies? Or if your buddy's ugly, she's like, why do you have ugly friends? Why do you have unattractive, ugly, out of shape friends? Are you like that? Every single angle is bad for you. So don't do it. You're handing her a path directly away from you. She wants to imagine what it's like to be in your world, not your friend's world. Every person you put on your profile, on your grid, is a path away from your profile. So what do you actually post? Your life, solo, high status lifestyle content, travel, experiences, environments that signal your world is worth entering. She would want to join your life. If she sees your profile and goes, oh, this looks awful. I don't want to be a part of this life. I don't know him. I don't know any of the context of any of these photos, nor do I care. And it doesn't look fun. It doesn't look exciting. Doesn't look luxurious or fun traveling. Nothing that's exciting. Why would she want to join your life? She's 65% attracted to your life. As a man, that's what she's attracted to. By far, the majority of what she's attracted to is your life, and your life looks like this. Why would she ever want to join it? Now, of course not. You need to show off a high status lifestyle that she would want to join that makes her life better, more exciting, more fun, more safety, more competence, new experiences, protection, provision, all the things that she's looking for as the female organism. So the goal is simple. Make her want to join your life. Be excited to be in your life, not to give her other people, other men to stalk to see if she likes them instead. And you also want to think about what she's asking herself when she's on your profile. One question. Again, like I said before, I'll say it again. Repetitive, right? Just reminding you, brainwashing. I got to repeat myself over and over again. She's asking herself when she's on your profile, is this a world I want to be a part of? Your job is to make the answer an obvious yes. Cool location you travel to? Yes. Experience that shows you actually have a life that's fun, exciting, and says she would want to join. Fulfilling. Social proof. Scarce resources. Right? You're doing cool things. Pre-selection doesn't mean a girl has to be in the photo. Do you understand that, right? Mate choice copying, pre-selection, social proof doesn't mean people have to be in the picture. The nature study on the mate choice copying, the mechanism that the girl, the female, is using is called social learning. Her brain is asking, is this man valued by others, other people? If you post a photo, stunning location, high status venue, the right aesthetic, you look good, you dressed well, you're in shape, you're posing, you're competent, color graded composition, everything else we teach of how to take the perfect high status lifestyle photo, that is pre-selection. All those questions she's asking herself, is this man valued by others, is answered yes with a photo just like this, with no females in there. This is what I call passive pre-selection. It is real, but this is the modern way to show pre-selection on your Instagram. You do not want to show it the old way with caveman days, at the club ways. Does not work. It ruins, sabotages. This is called passive pre-selection. So posting these photos shows that you have taste, preferences, high status preferences, a personality. It shows literally your world, your family, the things you're actually doing, what it would be like to actually be a part of your life. If you like to snowboard, you can post snowboard photos. If you like to golf, if you like to travel to a certain city or hike, you can show those photos as well. It needs to be done in a high status way without any females on your page and without any buddies in the picture as well. Now, this is also important. I'm also not saying no women on your entire Instagram at all. There are actual exceptions, and especially in the stories or highlights, you can be a lot more lenient with the kind of content you're posting. Now, I wouldn't go wild, I wouldn't go insane, but that is a lot more temporary. It's not as significant if it's in the story compared to in a feed post. Feed post is a pretty monumental meaning. If you post a photo with you and somebody in a photo on your feed post, it is a pretty big deal. Girls know that. That's how they're judging your page as well. If they post a photo of somebody in the photo with them on their feed, especially a guy, it's a big fucking deal. It is a big deal. That's why girls soft launch sometimes with like a carousel, and the last photo is like a girl, dude's like hand, and they're holding hands. It is a big deal to post on your feed somebody in the photo with you on Instagram. Guys don't realize that. They just willy-nilly. They have no idea what the signal they're sending out is. And then they're gonna blame somebody or blame something of why the girl isn't responding to them, even though they're posting photos of girls on their page. These dudes that have a bunch of girls behind them on their Instagram, they're often, if not every single time, the dude who never has a girlfriend, never actually has any girls he's actually seeing. He's just always around them at some event that like you can't really stop him from coming. You know what I mean? It's like this event that everybody can come to, and he's always there. He just sneaks his way. It's almost like he goes under, like people are in a crowd and he like kind of goes under their arms to get in. You know what I mean? Like, and you're just like, oh, that's Jimmy again. There he is. Hey, Jimmy. And like, he's always there, and you just can't get rid of him. That's that kind of man. That's what that man is. No woman wants him to be there. They're all there for some other OnlyFans reason or clout chasing reason, and he just happens to be around them too. Like, nothing's genuine. They don't actually like each other. The girls don't even know each other. The guy definitely doesn't know the girls. None of them follow him back on Instagram or have his number and or has responded to him. He's texted every single one of them. None of them respond to him. Whatever they can use out of him, they use out of him. Trips, money, resources, club, get him to buy her something. It's never a genuine attraction relationship between both of them. It's always like the most fake thing going on ever behind the scenes. So you want to show status through your world, your lifestyle, what it looks like to be in your life, not through your random acquaintances or random buddies. The photos all speak for themselves. The lifestyle speaks for itself. And the woman who sees that profile is thinking one thing. When they see all these photos on your page, no other noise, no other random people, no other girls in it, she goes, what would it be like if I was in his world? If I was in these photos with him? Because there's no other competition. There's no other female in here that like is in my spot and like I'm gonna give up because she's already there. There's no other girls. There's no random dudes that are like cringe and he like needs their approval and like needs to know that they're friends, and he's like has mommy issues and some abandonment wounds, so he has to people please all these random friends, but he actually hates them all at the same time. I don't see any of those weirdos around that I have to like meet if I were to date him. I don't want to meet his friends. A comfort center girl who like is wife material wants to surrender to one man, not your friends. She doesn't care about your friends. Who cares what your friends are like? She doesn't want to meet your friends. Who cares? Why would your friends be any significance of anything in your life? It's for you to go hang out with your buddy to like recharge. She doesn't need to meet him. Why are you having her meet your friends? Like, what a terrible idea. Watch your friend like hit on her. Watch your girl hit on him. And now you got to like set boundaries? What if they're texting and DMing? I've heard some crazy stories, man, about friends, relationships, and then like the dude's girlfriend who he introduced to his buddy, guy, they start texting and then they start dating. I've heard the wildest stories like, well, you set that up, bro. You let that happen. You let them text each other. Like, whose fault is that? Right? And you would think he would learn after that happened to him. Maybe I shouldn't do that in the future. But he has this approval seeking, acceptance seeking need to be met where everyone has to like each other. I have to be a part of the group and I have to be accepted because I never felt accepted as a kid. So I have to always feel accepted in my adult life. And I'm 40 years old now. No, the comfort-centric girl who you want to make your wife is on your profile, and she's going, after she checks it all out, doesn't see any weird shit, likes your lifestyle, first thought in her mind is, what would it be like if I was in the picture with him? All these different photos here. If I was in the photo with him, would I like that? Would my life get more exciting or boring? Which one? If you're posting red Solo cups in a basement with 3 of your buddies playing beer pong, would her life get better or worse? No, worse. Absolutely worse. She's not in sophomore year in college anymore. If you're in some badass places like this, and she asks herself, if I was in that photo, would I like it or not? She goes, yeah. And then she goes, well, hold on a second. Where are the girls? Because the default, the average, the NPCs, they would be posting dudes and all this random noise and nonsense. Now she's like, wait a minute, this guy's a clever one. This guy's like, he's good. Because like crazy passive pre-selection everywhere on his entire page, all of his stories. But I haven't seen one girl in any of this. What do you think the girl's feeling? She's like, this is like a gem, a diamond in the fucking sea of garbage, nonsense, NPC loser beta males. And she's like, holy fuck, this guy is 10 out of 10 attractive. Why are there no girls in here? Where's his girlfriend? Does he have a girlfriend? Is he hiding her? And guess what she does now? She goes to every photo and she zooms in on everything to see if she can see in any reflections of windows, a glass, a mirror, and any fingernails in any of the stories in your photos. She's going through comments and likes you're following to see if you commented on any of the girls that you're following. By the way, she's checking out all of them. Girls interested in you, she's going to see all you're following, who you're following, and see all of the girls. And if, by the way, if they're porn stars and OnlyFans girls in there, she's ghosting you. No girl is wanting to enter into a relationship where she's not invested at all in you. She sees you following porn stars and OnlyFans girls. And like, you're commenting on OnlyFans girls' photos. No girl's gonna be like, yeah, I want to date that man. Of course not. She's going through all your photos to see, wait a minute, why are there no girls here? He must be dating a girl. I know he's dating somebody. I'm gonna find out. And she goes through all your photos, all your tag pictures, all your highlights, and she finds nothing. But she also finds like your family, your sister, your mom, your cousins. You're like a good dude. You like dogs, right? You go on hikes sometimes. And she goes, her brain short circuits. Why isn't there any females here? Where is his girlfriend? He has to have one. There's no way this guy does all this and he has no girlfriend. Wait a minute. And now she's like, could it be me? Could I be the one that's in these photos? Me? I could? Who, me? Now she feels fucking special. Girls never feel special with any beta male simp losers following OnlyFans girls, commenting on porn stars' photos, DMing all of these OnlyFans girls. Like, what are you doing? Like, the girl will never feel special because she just feels like a body. She just feels like you're trying to act out some fantasy. She feels like any other girl could be in the spot she's in and it wouldn't make a difference. Then she sees the gem of a badass high status lifestyle in the spot for her to be your girlfriend. If you want it, if you want her to be, is open. But your life isn't stopping. Your life isn't like on hold. We had a prospect the other day. He didn't buy. You can guess why after I tell you. He bought a URL. I'm not going to say his name. Let's just call him Greg. MarryGreg.com. It's a website. And he bought a billboard. I'm not joking. A billboard. I'm not going to say the state. In the South. Where it says MarryGreg.com. And it has the website. And the website is him and with all these AI photos where he's like in a suit in like a wedding and like, who's going to be my partner? Who's going to be my wife? Anybody? I'm speechless. Wild. He thought that was a good idea. I was like, yeah, I think you're a little too far gone, man. I would buy another billboard. You know what the problem is? The billboard, you got the southbound one, not the northbound one. You need the northbound one. That one has more traffic. More girls go that way. Wild. But the girl goes, I could be in this spot. I could be this girlfriend and it would be meaningful and special. I actually would like that. And there's no negative, icky qualities anywhere on your page. And the spot is open. Girls go wild over that. Insane over that. There's no other loser, OnlyFans, NPC, porn stars, no other random trash girls on your page, your tag photos, nothing in your lifestyle is the lifestyle they would dream of being a part of. And the spot is potentially open to be your girlfriend. They would go insane. Wild. Now, they're not going to be like, oh my God, I need to date this guy. They're not going to say that. Girls have more restraint than an average dude. It's pretty funny. But they will respond back pretty quickly. They will be watching your stories. They will follow you back. When you start the conversation, she will respond, which is exactly what you want. That's called passive pre-selection. No women required. So don't try to be the wannabe modern Hugh Hefner. Guys are out here posting women on their page trying to signal pre-selection, trying to look like they're in demand, and they don't even know who they're actually copying. A man who actually did this, built the whole thing from scratch. The mansion, the women, made it his entire life and personality, his entire brand for 60 years. You maybe know his name, you maybe have heard of his name, but you definitely don't know the story. The story is he died fragile, alone, and incapable of intimacy. His own words. He spent his whole life, again, his own words, looking for love in the wrong places. The man who built the ultimate pre-selection fantasy was lonely his entire life and never found what he was looking for. And you were trying to recreate that on Instagram with some photos from a random event next to girls you met once and will never see again, and they didn't respond to you or follow you back on Instagram. Build your world instead, post your life solo, make her wonder what it would be like to be in it. That's it. That's the whole game. Talk soon. Peace.